Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing this setup for this 70th birthday. What a milestone, you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's hop into the video. So during depending on the setup, I do change my technique and what I do. Because I knew that I'll be doing something pretty large behind the marquee numbers, I use the double cluster like mini garland method, which I have 2 clusters on one, and these were cluster eight balloons because I wanted to fill the area pretty quick, versus using like clusters or 6 and quads and things like that. I'm also using the lamp poles as a connection, more of as a freestanding design, because the marquee letters, I didn't want to attach it onto the the numbers. I wanted them to be behind the numbers. So I brought these lamp poles with me to use to do the design, which I'm glad I did because the marquee numbers that I rented for the client, we end up having like some miscommunication when it came to time. So the numbers didn't come until, way after I was done. I was pretty much just waiting for the numbers to come to take pictures. Literally, they came, I took my pictures, and I was out in 5 minutes. But I'm happy that I brought the lamp poles and I didn't have to wait to build until the numbers came. Even though they still came way before the event started, I was there super early and no one wants to wait around ever. So yeah, I'm glad I had the lamp poles with me. They are annoying though because I feel like they be lifting up. What I did, if you guys seen like 2 videos ago on the fairy tale, that pink purple, the freestanding design, I use a 5-pound weight to hold the lamp pole down. This wasn't too bad though. I was kind of keeping a good footing with the balloons on it, so not too much was going on. But here I'm just reshaping the balloons, tying things together. I'm tying everything neck to neck, you guys. I'm making sure that all clusters are tied to the appropriate part. I'm just pulling that over to see how it looks. I didn't leave it there, just checking it out. And that is a quad I added at the bottom. And I'm going to use that other lamp pole that I have, the shorter one. I will be using that on the left side. I'm going to add that pretty soon. You guys will see. And I'm just adding in the quads for this design. I pretty much use on the edges of the design to give it a more, to give it a different shape, to break up some of those straight lines that it was given. There I added in that second pole. So they wanted white as in the design as well. Sometimes I add white, sometimes I don't. I'm a little bad at that, you guys. Sometimes I don't listen to the client because white really can change the look of a design. With these colors, and they will be listed in the description box. I added a satin pearl on top of them, so they wasn't standard white, like we wasn't doing that. So I added a satin pearl up on top of them, and I also just kept them in the middle, so they wasn't really on the edges or anything, so you really didn't see the white too much unless you were like really paying attention. So I did that as well because I don't know, I just sometimes white can really change the look. Like, it looks good here. I think the satin pearl really looked good with that white, but I don't always like white in a design. It's really, unless it's just like a black and white or black, white, gold or something like that. But when it comes to like a lot of different colors, I'd rather just keep white out and focus only on the colors. So there I am adding in. And one thing though I can say is once the marquee numbers came, because they are like 5 feet, I believe 4 or 5 feet tall, some of the shape that I had done, you couldn't see it too much because the numbers came in and kind of blocked it. Like, you can see the shape, but not as much. But that's what the client paid for. I mean, if you wanted something bigger, then I could have filled it out a little bit more. But this, I believe I charged for maybe a 26 foot maybe a 26 foot, and that's pretty much what I use. I maybe have went a cluster or two over, but that's what I use. If you wanted something, if the client wanted something bigger, I would have recommend like a 35 foot or something like that to really full it out around the edges a little bit more, to extend it. But yeah, guys, I'm just going around adding in clusters, and I did something pretty neat on this design, something different. If you guys watched the silver sequence wall, when I used the silver flakes with the glue stick, remember I said I didn't like how that came out completely and I wanted to try it again. So that's what I end up doing here, and I really like how it came out on this design. I can't wait to do it again, just to try it out one more time, maybe with gold next time. But I'm adding in my 5 inches. These are sized to about 3 or 3.5 inches. And they all pretty much size. These probably the only thing I size when it comes to organic garlands, because I use my legenda and I just put it on a timer. So everything is pretty much sized to the same thing. And they are quads of 4 balloons. And that was pretty much the design of it all. Now we're going to get into some of the accents that I add, which are these silver flakes. And I got these from Amazon. I'm going to link these as well. So these was definitely much easier. I used my glue stick, then I added them on. And I did make sure I kind of like smoothed them out to get off any excess, and it was a lot on my hands, but when I washed my hands, it came off so easily. So I do not care. I would get my hands all dirty for them just to have the design. So I'm using the glue stick just to go around, no particular pattern. I'm just putting, some on there. And I love setups. I was by myself pretty much, like one other person there doing like centerpieces, but they pretty much did everything the day before. So I was just coming the day of to do the balloons. I love when I'm by myself. I can just focus. I don't have to worry about people asking me questions. I can just be in my head doing what I want. And I love it. So, yeah, I'm using the glue stick and I'm just going around. These come in more so like strips, and I was just breaking them up if I needed to give it more of a, what is it called? Like what is this, a destruct look? I don't know, I forgot the name, but I was trying to give it a more, not as like something more like cut up look. Just made it up, but whatever. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna leave. I got these from Amazon as well. The glue sticks, I don't know, maybe Walmart, I don't know. Any glue stick I think will be fine, but I use a glue stick and I use these flakes, and this is how everything came out. I was so happy. I added it in 3 different spots, so at the bottom, the top, and then some on the right side as well, and I loved it. All right, guys, this is the end. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.